guys, it's Kerri-Ann and I have a secret. Can you keep a secret? I spent £60 on pens. Now, anyone that knows me knows I don't often spend money, certainly not that sort of money. However, I sold one of my paintings and although that normally goes on the kids or bills or things like that, I actually wanted to treat myself. So we went shopping and of course I ended up in the art supplies aisle. Obviously I do still have my own art shop, but what I like to do is I like to go any art shops I see, any hobby shops, anything, and see if there's things that I haven't already got or heard of, or brands that I haven't got access to, so that my reps have never mentioned to me. I especially love looking for bargains, if I'm honest, especially art supply bargains. And I came across these. Now, these were £10 a tray, and that's 12 markers in a tray. So, oh, they're falling out of that one. So this one is tray 1, so you've got your greens. These are Aquamarkers, so they are watercolour pens. They have a fine tip and a brush tip. And they're from a company that I have never heard of before, called Decotime Crafts. Now, looking at the packaging, they actually look really, quite nice. They actually come in their own tray, so they're advising them to store horizontally like they do with most pens these days. But they're actually not just advising you to store them horizontally, they're even providing you with the trays. So I looked at them and I thought, you know what? These are just fantastic. So let's just have a quick look. It says here 12 aqua markers with 2 tips in a stackable box. They are premium quality, felt brush tip and fine tip, watercolour for aqua effects, 12 brilliant colours. And then it says Decotime Crafts are on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. I never heard of them, and I spend most of my time looking up for arts and crafts brands and new products and things. So I don't know how I've never heard of these guys before, but I'm obviously going to go and have a look for them now. It looks like from the back that you can do some nice layering with them. I'm hoping that the brush tip's a nice brush tip because I do like using the brush mostly. Hold on a second. There's somebody coming in, but I think it's okay. I think it's only John. Yeah, it's only John, so we can carry on. So the watercolour pens, they come in the tray, and obviously they come in the themed colour pack. So this is the oranges and yellows, and you've got some browns. Then you've got pinks and a couple of lilac-y colours. Then you've got the full sort of purpley shades. Then you've got the blues. Then you've got the browns, and then you've got the greens. Now, obviously, I don't know if this is all of them. This is just what they had at the time that I went in. So, obviously, I bought all of the 6 collections, so 60 quid. Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm just really excited to give them a try. So, as I say, it's not something I normally do. I have to admit, I don't normally spend this sort of money in one go. And certainly not on myself, but it's a treat, so let's have a little look. I'm not going to do a full test video here. I will do a separate test and review once I've got all the pens out and unstacked them and put them together. And then I'll put them in the studio, stack them all up in their nice little boxes. But if I can get 2 open, I might be able to then see how well they stack. I mean, the boxes look really similar to the storage system I already use, which is a Crafter's Companion storage system. So, I mean, I don't know, are these a sub-brand of Crafter's Companion? Or, no, surely they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do a value range as well as their own. I don't know. I've never heard of Decotime Crafts. I'm certainly going to look them up now and try and find them. So, no, it's not the same quality as Crafter's Companion, let's be honest. It's a cheaper version, but they haven't got like the double side stack where you can have it going that way. It's just straight up, which is fine. Sturdy, keeps them nice and flat. Looking good to me, really happy with them. I'll open the others in a second. Okay, let's just go for it and let's give them a try. So I'm going to use one of my hammer tags. If you are looking for a place to test your watercolours and do swatching and things, I actually keep mine on a hook like this. And these are really handy for swatching. These hammer tags, I'll put a link to these in the comments section underneath. So I'm just going to randomly select a pen. Here we go. Iced blue, this one. Okay, so this is the fine. Let's move these a little bit so you can sort of see. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of the noise. Some pens do that, some pens don't quite make the scrapey noise. It's a very, very, very strong nib, so it's really, really tough, which is why you can hear that noise. There's no flexibility to it. But this is the bullet tip, so you're going to get really, really fine lines with this, which is actually quite good. But let's test the watercolour ability. That's what I'm really interested in. Ooh, okay. So the brush tip is firm, but it has got a bit of give, which is nice. So I'm gonna test it in two ways. I'm gonna just grab a brush and water. I'm going to bring the water up to the brush, the where I put the brush marks on, and let it run into it, and then I'm actually going to pull it down to see how far we can get the pigment moving. And then what I'm also going to do, so it's actually flowing really nice. I can't believe these pens were only £10 for 12. Look at that. That's actually really impressive. Okay. Alright, I'm impressed. I'm actually quite impressed with these. Let's have a look. Let's use it as if we're creating ourselves a palette with the pigment. So I'm actually picking it up from there and bringing it onto here. Again, I mean, for the price of these pens, I'm already quite impressed, actually. Okay, I need to find out a bit more about who this Decotime company is. Okay, let's have a look. So I actually have loads of watercolour pens and loads of watercolour pencils and obviously watercolour paints. But these, for the price, I just sort of, I needed to treat myself. And I would choose art products over clothes and other things every day of the week. So actually look at that blend. So that's from picking the pigment up and moving it down. So if I do the same thing, it's actually quite cool. On the brush, it actually tells you, you know, some pens, they don't actually have a label to say which is brush and which is the fine. This actually shows you, so, you know, if you're anything like me, you know which end is which straight away. They're not too heavy, they're quite nice, and they're sort of squared, which is, I prefer round, but this isn't too bulky, it's not, and it's also nice and smooth. So let's scribble this down here. Goes down quite seamlessly. This is on, again, the watercolour card, 300 GSM. These are bookmarks. I'm just going to bring the water up to, so I'll just show you what I'm doing. I'm actually bringing the water up to it and then I'm pulling it down. I just want to see if I can move the pen straight down without there being still a line underneath. Not at the moment, because I've layered it quite so many times, it's not moving the way that I would expect a watercolour pen to move. So this is the first negative that I have found. Okay. And you saw that that wasn't very long. So at the moment, not sure why. Let's just try it with, okay, so rather than going back over and forth, back and forth, back and forth, I'm just done 3 lines, straight away dipping the brush in the water, bringing the water up to it, and let's try moving it around this time. Okay, so it's not actually moving from there either, which is really odd. Okay, I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I think that should move. Let's try it back on this one. So I'm just going to stroke a few strokes of that, just show you what I've done. Bring the water up to it and let it flow into it. I don't think that's my watercolour tags that I normally have, because I don't know if you can see, but that's the ones that I normally have, and that is what's happened on another watercolour card. So I don't think that's my normal watercolour card. It looks like it's just a textured card, and that might be why the pens didn't work on there. So, not the pen's fault. On watercolour card that I know is watercolour card because it's my hammer tags, it's actually, let's move the hair out of the way. it's actually moving quite nicely. So I honestly do not know what type of card that is, because I thought it was my normal, when I picked them up, I thought it was my normal bookmarks, which are 300 GSM watercolour card, but obviously not, because otherwise there you get big difference. Let's just do it again. So a couple of strokes, bit of water on the brush, and bringing the water up to pen, then going down, so I'm just stroking it up, pulling it down, completely seamlessly fade down. Beautiful, love it. Well, it's starting to rain now in the studio, which normally means that you'll start to hear a pitter patter, so I will say goodbye for now. So all in all, for the fact that these are, what, less than £1 a brush, £10 for 12, absolutely fantastic. I'm really impressed on first looks. I think they do everything that I want them to do, ignoring how they reacted on some strange card that I don't know what it actually is. But on my watercolour card, some really lovely blending, great quality brushes, really happy with the firmness of the brush. I haven't actually tried doing any calligraphy with them yet. Oh, what's this one? Aquamint. I'm just getting into the calligraphy side of things more now. It's got a nice movement in there. It's not too firm. It's got a nice brush. I do like these. Yeah, so really happy with these. I'm going to do a full swatching video next, so watch out for that one. It will be uploaded within the next week. But yeah, whoever you are, Decotime, I'm really impressed with these pens. I'm going to look you up now that I've found you, and find out about what other products you do, because obviously if they're as good as this, then I'm going to want those products too. Hopefully one of my reps will be able to get me some of these for the shop, for one thing, but also I'm probably going to want lots of things for myself, for me to use in the art room. So thanks for watching, everyone. Don't tell anyone that I spent this much money on pens, will you? Shh. And watch out for lots more videos. Please do make sure you subscribe to my channel, and if you like the videos that I do, give them a thumbs up, because it really helps to support me. So have a great day, everyone, and a great weekend as well. Enjoy all your arts and crafts, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye!